Unit 3, page 34. Listening 1. Exercise 3.
You'll hear 5 people talking about what they read. For questions 1 to 5, choose from the list A to F what each speaker says. Use the letters only once. There is one extra letter which you do not need to use. Speaker 1.
I read quite a lot, but I can't really say I prefer one sort of thing to another. I like to flick through the celebrity magazines like Hello to see how people who are rich and famous actually live and see the sort of clothes they wear. I feel a bit guilty because it's useless stuff, really. You don't actually get anything out of it. I do read fiction as well, but if it's a bit difficult, I have this bad habit of looking at the last chapter to find out what happens. Then it doesn't seem worth reading to the end. And I have a look at the newspapers most days, though it might be just the headlines or to find out what's on TV.
Speaker 2.
Well, I read a lot, but I don't really go for fiction. I tend to prefer non-fiction like real-life crime, gangland stuff and so on. In the future, I'd like to become a criminal psychologist, trying to find out what makes people commit crimes. So I guess that's how I got interested in reading about that kind of thing. And for the last few months, I've been really into biographies. At present, I'm halfway through a book called Raging Bull by Jake LaMotta. It's about a crazy boxer. They made a film of it with the same name, starring Robert De Niro in the lead role. It's a great film.
Speaker 3.
A lot of my friends won't read anything if it was written more than 5 or 10 years ago. They say old books aren't worth reading, really, but I don't agree. I mean, if people have kept on buying them and reading them for 50 or 100 years, they can't be that bad. Of course, it depends on the book. Some of them can be a bit complicated and hard to read, but it's worth carrying on to the end. I read Jane Eyre. That was written over 100 years ago, and it's wonderful. And of course, Lord of the Rings was written over 50 years ago, and that's a masterpiece, even better than the film.
Speaker 4.
I really started getting into reading with the Harry Potter books. Actually, I still enjoy them. But nowadays, I mostly read science fiction, writers like Terry Pratchett. I like his books because they're all connected. They're all set in the same universe called Discworld, so you can get to know it better and better as you read more books. The last book I read was called Solaris. I can't remember the author's name. About a planet which is completely covered by water, and it turns out to be... Well, I won't tell you the end. It's actually a great book, although it was really depressing. It's been made into a film, but I don't think I'll be going to see it.
Speaker 5.
When I was small, my parents used to read to me a lot, especially at bedtime. I used to like reading comics and books with lots of pictures like the Asterix series. Nowadays, I actually prefer reading to watching movies. You've got more time to think. You can get into the ideas more deeply. I work in the music business, which is great, but it can be stressful. And I find a good novel just helps me to escape from everything for a while. I suppose I'm a reading addict. I usually have several books on the go at any one time. And as well as that, I like reading music magazines to keep up with what's going on in the music world.
Now listen to the recording again.